tricky little spot here, but first step is to connect the pump to the filter. So is your light still blue? Solid blue?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I talked, I did.
Huh?
I did a mic check down
Oh, you
there,
did a mic
so,
check?
yeah.
Mic check, mic check. Okay. And then we need a 2-inch coupler. All the way at the bottom. Okay, so basically this is a check valve, and we're going to plumb everything on like this. And the purpose of the check valve is so that when the pump and filter is shut off, any DE that's in the filter doesn't backfeed into the pump and back down into the pool. We're going to be also adding a check valve in front of the pump because we're higher than the pool. Yep, this is the first step. Basically, this is what it's going to look like. So that's step one. We're going to do that now. All right, you got me some blue primer. How about some rags? Right here's a good spot so people can see what's going on. You always got to be conscious of the camera angles.
Yeah, if they get everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if they don't see everything, then
Yeah.
they're not gonna learn as much.
This is an extra spigot that we can put above the wheel. Right there, yep. Okay, we got our water bonder. We'll end up doing that after. And, right here. So we got the Lasco, got the arrow with the check valve. Glue this on first. Always make sure that the company logo is. I wish I had like one little step off right here. Be like mint. Well, if you don't have a tricky job site, you're not really on a job site, right, bud?
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
it's a tricky job site.
Yeah, but that's what it's like. If you're not on a tricky job site, then something's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, get that going. Line it up. Line it up just right. Clean with rags. Now, some people out there will use that purple primer, and in some commercial situations, that's required by code to use the purple primer. I don't like using purple primer and all that stuff on above ground plumbing. You know, I like to use it in the underground plumbing, so that way you can tell that you've made all your connections and things like that. But I guess I gotta trust that you're doing the right thing. So I got these old scrap tabs. Put those on the bottom so they can't be seen. spigot adapter. Clean that out in case any glue got in there. Primer it again after. And then after this dries, make the connection and thread the spigot into it. So you always put a good punch in there. You know, when you're making glue connections, you want to push it in all the way and then give it like a 1/4 inch turn. Some fittings are hard to do that. Alright, so now I got to cut myself a couple scabs, and you'll actually be coming over here when the time comes. First thing we're going to do, we're just going to glue this into here and get it leveled off. You gotta get it. So when you sleeve it in, you're left with 1 1/8 inches. And then here you got 1 3/8 inches. So it's 2.5 inches is what we need to make this scab. You can just stay back there, buddy. Huh? What's that?
Nothing.
I heard a lot of murmuring over
I
there.
was planning on grabbing the sawzall and I was like, oh, he's just gonna use this.
Oh. All I heard was
Little Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown. Okay. Get all the little loose burrs off. Let me grab. Man, I got a lot of stuff in here that doesn't belong, I'll tell you that, buddy. All this stuff. I see my torpedo level. There we go. One of these days I'll clean and organize the thing. Just not today.
A lot of work.
Alright, so come over here. On my little ledge that I built. First thing I'm going to do is glue my scab into my couple of fitting points. Is that right? Sounds like some sort of alarm. Like a pool alarm. Alright, so you drape. Just let that sit there. That's just so I don't drip. Actually, I'm gonna teach it a better way to do this. Disconnect the union. For doing things, you gotta do it. You don't need that back there. What happens is, if I went and I glued that right in like that, all that glue and that ooze is going to get all over that O-ring. So I want to hold it at an angle and come down on it. And let all that glue kind of dry. So I'll hold everything so all the drips fall down and away. Clean my pipe here. Grab a little bit more. Clean. Primer softens the pipes. Cleans it. Holding it upwards like this. And then glue it down. Give it a little 1/4 inch turn. Keep the nut away from the glue. Take a rag. Clean all that off. back on. Realign this back on. Now we don't have to worry about getting any glue all over the place. Just kind of get a little snug. Swing it this way. Now, I gotta check it for level. So I like where the pump is. The back of the pump should be even with the back of the pad, is it? Or do I need to put forward on the? You like it? Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say that this is where we're gonna kind of keep our pump. So I'm gonna cut a scab. All right. So what's happening over here is the filter's overhanging. See the filter overhanging on this side? So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the pump over about that much. And you can overhang this just a little bit, but we want the majority of the weight still on the pad. Yeah. So now, slide the filter back. See? Gently. So now look where we are. Looks like we need both pads moved. We need to rotate this way. Now, I just want to kind of check and make sure that things are somewhat aligned. So, when I stick this on there, this should be kind of parallel. So that way everything's going to be square. So, basically I just got to cut a little scab here now, and what you're going to end up doing is you're going to be tilting the filter up, and you're going to be keeping these locked on as like a door hinge. Yep. You're just going to gently go up, and we'll give a pipe, and then we're going to come down, and then we'll give everything a little tweak again. And so let me just cut that scab. 2.5 inches. Probably be better to be up there and do it. It's definitely a little awkward. Let me at least try it. See if I can't maneuver myself. I think if I'm up there, it'd be a lot easier. Alright, I think that was me. Things set up here. I don't know if this mic in this location is good. Alright, so let me get this out the way. So let's gently tilt this back. More. Perfect. Hold it right there, okay? Take one rag. Put a little hole. Slide it around. That's kind of like a dentist. Get the scab. Swab up. Glue in here. Same thing, you can take that union off. Now glue this on first if you want it. Just go easy with the glue, nothing crazy. everything. Seems like this could just connect this one a little bit. Like that. How far are we overhanging? Not that much. Not much at all. Actually, even slide it to you a little bit. Try to just gently pull that thing back a little bit. That's good, yep. That looks perfect, actually. Alright. Everything is aligned. Square. So, we're successfully hooked up these chickens. We can fine tune it once we get our manifolds built. Check it that way. So here. I'm gonna go back down there now. You can go back as well. You can go back around whichever way you want. I'm gonna go this way. Here. If you want, Hank, on the sides of this heater here, looks like the 5/16 nut driver bit, the one with our coping bit, that yellow one. You take this one off and that one off, and then you can kind of rock this out a little bit. Inside will be the union parts, zip tied in there. You have to get a knife and cut them, but and then just take the unions out and then put that front back together. Okay. All right. Oh. All right, so now got the pump. You still got solid blue? Oh, I was talking to myself. What was that? All right, so now our pump is successfully hooked to the filter. I always wait to do the hand, all the unions are just hand tighten for now. Once everything's built and even backfilled and right before the pool, we start the pump and filter, then we'll hand tighten with the big glues. And now I'm just gonna put my spigot in here, so I need some Teflon, liquid Teflon. And my big glue. I think I got it. Teflon off this brass fitting. Wrap Teflon, good healthy amount. You don't do enough, it will leak. There's a lot of pressure coming up and out of that pump. If you go too heavy with it, it'll break the plastic fittings too. So, put a little liquid Teflon. Now, kind of like a little lubricant in a way. Everything just kind of glides. Keep this out because we're going to use it later. It's real important not to cross thread. Let's put this in. Make sure that the fitting's going in. It's a good thing to like maybe thread it in one time before you put the Teflon on. And these are brass fittings, so just so that, you know, if the pool was too high, they could hook the garden hose up to this and drain the pool out. It's just something that we started doing a few years ago. Alright, so that's definitely the finished setup connected to the filter. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our intake manifold, which is just going to be one skimmer and a couple sets of low walls. So we need 2 isolated lines coming to a 3-way manifold with a water bonder so that the water's bonded. We're going to do that. And then going from the filter to the heater, there's some stuff, I don't even know what it's called, AOP or something like that, oxidizer, ozone something. Anyway, we're going to be hooking that up. That's going to take a little while to do. It's got some 3/4 inch pipe, so we got to mount the unit on a post, things like that. So coming out of the heater, there'll be some more piping going to our ozone. What's that say anyway, dude? It says it right there, ozone something.
AT25 ozone UV units.
Ozone UV unit. Ozone UV unit. Unfortunately, I don't know too much about them. I know how to do some plumbing work and things like that, but luckily the owners of the company and the people that sell them, they know what they're talking about. So, and then of course we do have people that know how to hook them up. But yeah, we're just gonna keep going here. Like I said, I'm gonna pump that. We got my manager coming out later. We're gonna do all the hookups, cut all our stuff on the skimmer. So I guess that'll be it for this little set right here where I hooked up the pump to the filter and go from there. Steve Got It Pool signing off. Not live, but alive. I don't know where Mason is, if he's signing off. Putting paperwork on the clipboard. Yeah. Let me at least zoom in on that before I shut everything just totally down. I gotta pull my phone out of the tripod here. Alright, let's see. There we go. Zoom in on that for you so you can see. There you go. From pump to filter. We got a drainage spigot, check valve, nice and neat. Pump and filter. Air conditioning unit for the house. Pool heater. Coming along. More to go. That's the pool. As you know, keeping going. See you later, folks.